Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to A Match Made in Heaven, the promise of a lifetime. Yay, remembered it. Being funny. It is October 18th as I'm recording this, and I'm going to try to get you guys an episode uploaded before all hell's supposed to break loose tonight. Sounds like we're going to get a hella mess. Weather-wise, you guys know me, and I'm not meaning the app, I'm meaning... Never mind. So I'm going to try and get you guys an episode. I'm going to make some coffee. I'm going to do something that I tried this on Far Out. And I'm just going to put that on the Keurig for a minute. I'm going to just rinse this mug out real quick. Nah, screw it. I don't need to, really. I'm just going to make some gingerbread latte. And I improved it by adding something to it. Because by itself, it sucks. Y'all, it sucks. It really, really sucks. And, but I found a creamer that actually works. Oh, for Pete's sake. Pete Drake, anyway. Really, Christy? Kook. You said it. I just copied you. You are a kook. You know what, Missy? I think this is one of my special mugs. I'm going to put this over here. Up, up. Yes, it is. I'm gonna put this up here too. I hope it fits up here with the others. Will it fit up here? Yay! That fits up there. But ew, wet sleeve. But basically, you guys, we're going to try to well, maybe I can slide this up a little bit. But maybe we can maybe, just maybe, could you shut? Sugar container, shush, shut. And then we'll, because basically what I'm trying to do, guys, is get you a special Morning Grace episode real quick. Because I want, there, I want to get this done. All right, here we go. You guys haven't had one of these in a while, and I want to try to get this done and hopefully get everything done before all hell breaks loose this afternoon / evening. That's what I was telling on Far Out. I said, you know, I'm hoping to get this done before anything happens. I'm not going to guarantee it, but I'm hoping. But we were talking about some specials. I got some specials coming up. You guys are going to get to see the coffee that I try for Narquise's birthday coming up. praise the Lord, I'll be off. Because it's a weekend. So yay. We got his birthday special coming up, and he picked a flavor of coffee for me to try. And so we will be doing that, and okay, there's my other one. Okay. We will be doing that, and then oops, where is it? There we go. So we have that coming up. The actual test will be on Far Out. So if you're not subscribed to me over on the Far Out World of Coffee Creations, please feel free to go over and check that out. And like I said, you'll see the first reaction to that. If you are not following me over there, it's all about different flavors of coffee. You get to hear my crazy banter with Christy. If you love these talking ones, that's basically all it is me talking, drinking coffee like this. It's basically morning grace at its best, is what it basically is, but it's, you know, afternoons, evenings, whenever I get a chance to taste test some coffees. It is all kinds of coffee, and it's just me chatting away, being my goofy self. There we go. So yeah, that's basically what it is. And so that's basically what that is. So if you guys enjoy this, what the heck? Hold on, y'all. Stuff's falling down in the closet. Get back here, stupid pop can. Put it in there. Alright. So now we're going to get out the gingerbread creamer that I have to match it, because otherwise this tastes like right out. Put some gingerbread creamer in it. That's all it needs is the creamer. It does not need any sugar because it's a latte. It's a one-step latte. So it does not need any sugar in it whatsoever. It just needs creamer. And the creamer's in it. That's all we need. And we just stir it up. That's all it needed. And it is delicious. Because without it, guys, the espresso in the latte drowns out your gingerbread flavor. It does not taste right. It does not taste good at all without the creamer in it. All right, let me carry this in real quick, guys, and I'll be right back to get you. Because I have to carry this in because it's a little bit fuller. Excuse me. Alright, let me run out here, get you guys, bring you in here really quick. Yes, I'm running around barefoot. I gotta hurry up and get in here because I don't want the boys to knock my coffee down. Because usually I do not let that sit on the table that long, but where is the plug-in? Where is the plug-in? Thank you. Okay. We got it, we got it, we got it. We made it. Yay. Okay, whew. And we might have a little bit of cinnamon in it because of the French, or not French toast, the... Oh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. The snickerdoodle I had this morning for Far Out. Yes. Gingerbread. Yum. And this was my daughter's idea. She said, you need to have a second cup. So I decided, Well, if I'm going to do that, I'll just do it on A Match Made in Heaven, The Promise of a Lifetime, give you guys updates on what's going on, and go from there. So if you're, not a coffee drinker, and you just like to hear this, that's fine as well, because you're going to get the same special in November. You're going to get some of the same specials. You're going to get my special for the 17th that I'm planning to do for Far Out. We're going to do a version for A Match Made in Heaven. We just haven't figured out what we're going to do yet, because I just thought of this, because I think this year is going to be the year of YouTube to do this, because the other version is not probably going to happen. So we're going to do that. And then I think what's going to happen is you guys will also get the wedding special, which will be me trying some wedding cake coffee. That one I'm going to let you know, because that one's already announced on Far Out. Vlogmas, I'm not sure what we're going to do with Vlogmas. I know Far Out's going to have an advent calendar this year, which is going to be easy, because that'll be much easier for me to do, because I drink coffee every day anyway. So that's going to be very easy for me to do Vlogmas for Far Out. I'm not sure what A Match Made in Heaven is going to do yet, because I don't have a calendar for that. So I'll figure some stuff out for Vlogmas, hopefully. Otherwise, it'll just be a lot of morning grace chats for this year, or sunset serenades, something. Don't know yet. Like I said, because now I'm working 3 days a week, that might be how I do Vlogmas this year. I don't know. I gotta figure that out. So now it might be done like it was last year, in the sense of I might be able to record them that day. Like, for example, Monday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday will be done the days of, but Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays might be put up on Friday with the Friday Vlogmas. That might be how I have to do that. So you will get it, though, if I can pull it off. I'm going to figure out how to do Vlogmas. I might even do the flavors I bought this year for Vlogmas, and show you guys, because you guys, if you do not follow me on Far Out, don't know some of those. So I might do that. I have to see how many I have that I've bought, and do that for Vlogmas. Because right now I have let's see, I think about 12 altogether right now that I've got. So that's half of it. But I think that's what I might do, is show y'all the flavors I bought this year. That might be what I do. I don't know yet. because you guys have all been here for the ones I got last year, so. But I might do what I got this year. That might be what I do for Vlogmas, because that might be the easier way to go. I don't know. Because like I said, doing 2 channels for Vlogmas is going to be very, very hard. And that might be the easiest way to do it. And just do morning graces or evenings, you know, the Southern Sunset Serenades. That might be the easiest way to do it. I don't know. I've got to figure out some easier way to do it, because I don't want to overdo it like I did last year and put it up on one day, because that burned me out and you guys didn't see me for a couple months. I don't want to do that to you this year. So I'm trying to figure out how to make it easier for me. Maybe do like a morning coffee and then an evening by the river and talk about what we did for Vlogmas, like for Christmas, you know, the Christmas season, stuff like that. Maybe I can get, you know, Sam to go out. We can go Christmas light seeing one night or something like that and get that part recorded. I mean, I've got, you know, some cool ideas, but I just got to make sure everything works. And like I said, it might be done on, I don't know how we're going to pull it off. But I'll figure that out when the time comes. But I'm always preparing early. And like I said, you guys are going to get Keys' birthday next weekend. You're going to get that, because Far Out's going to get it first, because it's a taste test that Narkees picked. So Far Out gets it first, and then you guys are going to get me, you know, talking about it and everything. My impression, blah, blah, blah. But the actual first impression, if you want to see that, please go over and subscribe to me over on the Far Out World of Coffee Creations, and you'll get to see the actual first upload of it, if you haven't followed over there already. If you're already there, awesome. Thanks for checking it out over there. Like I said, if you enjoy Morning Grace, that's basically all it is, but it's afternoons, evenings. It's demonstrations, it's taste tests, it's stuff like this where I'm just kicking back, relaxing, and ooh, that was a little warm. Yikes. I got a little bit spilled on me. Yikes. Hello. But basically, it's, like I said, taste test, it's demonstrations, it's me kicking back, relaxing like this, and just yapping. It's all sorts of stuff. Right now, it's a lot of me doing some organization. I got some cupboards cleaned out and changed around and organized. But basically, that's what it is. It's kind of like this, but it's just all different times of the day and different things and stuff like that. So that's what Far Out basically consists of. Making coffee, trying weird combinations, weird flavors, I even make up my own recipes for things and just mix things up and play with it, because coffee is fun. Coffee is fun to play with. Oh my gosh, that is so much better with that gingerbread creamer. Oh my god. But it's fun. I can play with the things and make drinks up. Once I get the iPad fixed, the Blind Coffee Man will make an appearance over there. And that's why I hope to God that I can get it, because there's one vlog in particular that I need to put up before I put up a certain thing if I do it. So it's like, oh God, I need that thing fixed. But unfortunately, I found out recently I had to give my information to my staff so that she could put the appointment together, because you have to give them your Apple ID and password to get in to set up an appointment. And I'm like, are you freaking serious? Y'all tell people not to give out information, and then you make it that way. You have to give your information to somebody to trust to set up an appointment. Come on now. You're not supposed to be giving out your Apple ID and password to people, you dummies. But anyway, and not everybody's a good person either. And you have to trust these people to do things. That's like, guys, you're making us trust people with our Apple ID and password now? And I'm not saying all staff are bad. And Samantha knows what I'm saying here. Like I said on Far Out. But there are some crazy freaking people out there, staff included. She knows it. I mean, there are some crazy freaking staff. So it's like, okay, really? You're making it difficult, making us give our information to people? Come on now. Like, wake up, people. Wake up and smell the coffee, people. Ah, wake up and smell the coffee. It smells like gingerbread. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? But our band that we love, the bluegrass band, well, not the bluegrass band, but the other band, the boys decided they were going to do the Far Out themes this year for the new stuff. And they've got one hell of a Halloween theme coming up. So Travis and Josh and the rest of them, they outdid themselves on the Halloween theme. It's hilarious. Travis and Joshua are just too freaking crazy. They are funny. Oh my goodness, they are fun. And Travis, he is one of the bus drivers. Sometimes he'll be an aide. It just depends on what he's needed for. But mainly he drives, and Joshua's the aide now, so on his bus. So yeah, getting these two crazy hillbillies together is like, oh dear Lord. And we call them crazy hillbillies because they started it. So yeah, they started the crazy hillbilly joke. They are something else. These two are just crazy. Travis and Josh are just something else. They're just freaking crazy. I don't know. That is so delicious. Oh my God. That brings it out, buddy. Because if you don't put this creamer in it, you guys, it's like drinking straight espresso without any flavor at all. They did not put enough ginger in it, like gingerbread taste at all. And I had to improve it, and it was bad. It was bleh. I mean, you'll see it on Far Out. It's over on Far Out, and it's bleh. And I happened to find gingerbread creamer at Walmart the other day when I was getting my Halloween costume. And I'm not telling you what it is. Nope. But when I was getting that, I found gingerbread creamer. And so I got one, and I'm like, I'm going to try that. Because I was like, I told Kelsey, I said, I need to try this and see if it makes my lattes any better. I said, the lattes are like, bleh. And I corrupted my staff that day. I got her to get something, because I got something, and then I tempted her to get something else. And I'm not going to tell you what that was. That story will be coming up on the 31st, so you'll get to hear that. And I will make, like I said, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do Vlogmas this year, because I might. So if you want to see the Halloween flavors, you'll have to go over to Far Out, but you will see them in December if I do what I'm thinking of doing. And for New Year's Eve on Far Out, I'm thinking of doing the Far Out Sunshine Awards. Christy made that up. Where it's my top 3 favorites, and then just one where it's my worst that I've had of just the ones that I purchased with my own cash. And it's kind of like, you know how they do because they always do these best ofs, but then they also have something called the Razzie Awards, which is like the worst of the worst. And I want to do something like the Razzies for coffee, but I'm not going to call it Razzie, of course. I'm coming up with our own little thing, but it's like the Razzie Awards, and it's because I'm not going to call it that because I'm not going to copy that. I'm copying the idea kind of because I'm going to drink it and then I'm going to like copy the idea, but not copy it's basically I'm borrowing the premise of it and using like it's the worst of the worst that I've purchased. I'm kind of like borrowing the premise of it, but not the name, if that makes sense. So I'm kind of like copying the idea in a sense and doing the worst of, but not the name. It's not going to be like I'm using the name. I'm just using the idea because I thought it was kind of funny. It's kind of a comedy thing is what it is. And with Far Out being funny, the idea behind that is actually kind of comical. So we just got to think of our own name, and you know, when we do that each year, we'll have to explain that it's kind of based off of the Razzie Awards. When did that start anyway? I don't know. I don't know when that started, but and it is a true thing. They do that. Because, you know, you have the Oscars, you have the Emmys, you have the Grammys, you have all these awards for best of. Well, the Razzies are the opposite, and it's the worst. It's kind of like a comedy thing, really, I think. I think it was just a comedy freaking thing. I don't think it's actually serious. I don't know, because I've never actually watched it, but because if it is serious, ours is definitely not like the Razzies, because ours is a comedy act. It's oh, I'm not doing this again. Ours is a comedy act, and I think that's what it is. But I'm assuming that's what it is. It's just a joke, I think, that somebody started up. I don't even know who started it. I don't even know where it came from. I just know that's what they call it. And I'm not going to use that name. Now, if all of a sudden they send me a message, hey, go ahead, I'd do it. But I'm not going to do it without, being told to do it. But that's the premise of it, is like the Razzies. It's the worst. And so I'm trying to think of the name of it, because I don't want to use Razzies, because that's an actual thing. Joke or not, I'm not going to copy that. But that's what it's based off of, is the Razzies. But we're not going to call it the Razzie. It's, that'd be funny if they saw it and told you to do it. I'd freak out if they did. That would freak my crap, man. That'd be funny as heck. That'd be freaky as heck, but that'd be funny too, but Especially, it would be funny if they did it just because you know what the flavor is that you're going to use the quote-unquote Razzie for. Get it? Razzie? Raspberry? Oh. That's why, honestly, I'd love to use that name, because that's what this year's is going to be, but it's not. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to do it because I wasn't told to. But, buddy, if they told me to, I would die laughing. If I got, seriously, if I got told to use that, I'd do it. The Golden Mug Awards, the Golden Globes. Oh, Christy, the Golden Mug goes to... I'm sorry, I couldn't resist that joke. That is funny, though. That was a good one. I like that. The Far Out Golden Mug. We should get a golden mug. That'd be awesome. What, a gold mug? A giant gold mug? That'd be actually kind of cool. That would be really freaking cool, actually. A gold mug. I love that. You know, because they have gold medals. They have... And, like, your favorite, like, big favorite gets the gold mug. Oh, God, Kirsty. I love that. Find a giant golden mug. You know, it's like a big, giant golden mug. And then drink your favorite out of that golden mug. I love that. Yee, trippy. Like your big time favorite, drink it out of the golden mug. I freaking love that. Like you pick your top 3 favorites. Like, you know, 3 of your favorites, and then your all-time favorite of all the ones you bought, you drink it out of the golden mug. I freaking love that. If I could find a big golden mug, that'd be epic. Eee, trippy. That would be freaking trippy as hell. And that would be hard though, too. Yeah, exactly. That's the point. Me. Christy, you're making it difficult. But it can't be the fancy stuff. You can't cheat and use like the fancy French toast or the pumpkin pie or whatever. Like you can't use your actual recipe. Now that would be one you could do its own award with. You could do your own award with that. Oh, you mean like the recipe? Like, yeah, because you did all of those, you set those all up so you can combine last year and this year so that everything's in there. And then you can do, because I only picked 2. So like next year you can add an award to the show and put your favorite that I picked. Because I only picked 2. True. So you have to make sure you save, or you have to get another pack of those if you drink them all. Oh, you mean the snickerdoodle? Yes. Yeah, because right now you've only got the snickerdoodle and the cinnamon roll. Because she is getting me cinnamon roll for this year's Christmas gift. I'm going to tell you guys that one because it's already been announced. So this year for Christmas, from my daughter, I'm getting cinnamon roll K-Pods. And for Christmas, I don't know what I'm doing for the actual episode. Halloween's got its own flavors. Halloween has its own flavors. So it's got 2 different flavors that I'm going to try. And then Christmas is going to have 2 as well. Because, you know, since it might even have 3, who knows. But, because I don't know if I'll drink the cinnamon roll early or if I'll drink it on Christmas. I don't know yet. Because I figured since Halloween's going to have 2, Christmas is going to have 2. I know one's going to be cake, birthday cake. I almost did it again. I almost said cake batter. Y'all, I've been saying cake batter all the time. I keep saying cake batter. But anyway, it's going to have birthday cake because, of course, I'm going to have a birthday cake for Jesus. And then basically, I prayed last night and asked him to give me a flavor, like put it in my mind, like get me to crave it. And then I'm going to do that. Now, the special for next month on the 17th, I still have to figure that out. Like, probably going to be, I don't know. I haven't figured out how I'm going to do that yet for Far Out. And then A Match Made in Heaven, yeah. Because I think this year is going to be the year of YouTube for the special. And then once I get the computer that I'm supposed to be getting, I can get the one for this year done for the other thing. So, yeah, it looks like it's going to be the year of YouTube this year for the celebration special. I'm not going to tell you what it's about until next month, but I think it is a good thing to put on A Match Made in Heaven, The Promise of a Lifetime, because, you know, The Promise of a Lifetime actually has something to do with it. Because Roland Fork is the reason I'm celebrating the 10 years. Because this little town came into my life before the 9-year anniversary. And let's just say right after the 9-year anniversary, all hell broke loose in December, and Roland Fork was there basically to pick up the pieces. Let me tell you about that. Let's just say pieces of mommy's heart scattered on the floor. Yeah. I'll say that because this is a channel based off of a true love, and let me tell you, yeah, it was not a pretty night. Let me tell you, Mom could tell you it was not, picking up her daughter's heart off the floor. That's basically, let's just say I got a real world heartbreak. That's all I'll say about it. And it wasn't pretty. I'm not going to say who did it or anything like that, but it was not a pretty day in the neighborhood. And of course, Roland Fork, I was watching, I was listening to stuff and let go of the stone. Amen. And it was weird because I will tell you, there's a story behind that song. It's crazy. And honestly, I will tell that during the special again, but basically when I was listening to Freddie's video, that damn song popped in my head for some weird reason and I didn't understand what it meant. And it's basically about a man who is trying to save a girl from heartbreak because she loves this other wacko that the man knows he's going to hurt her. Okay, and this is just a guy from a guy singing to a girl. Now, of course, Roland Fork is a town, but in the same sense, it did the same exact thing. Saved me from getting, because I didn't even cry over the idiot. I'm like, screw you. You want to be an ass? Okay, go ahead, have the other chick you want. Because I've got my virtual. I'm good. I don't need you, sir. I've got Roland Fork as an awesome freaking town. I've got my family. Screw you. I don't need you, sir. I didn't even cry over him. I mean, but at the same time, it hurt because basically the guy was he was not the type of guy I would have wanted anyway, honestly. Well, because he flat out ignored you all the time. Exactly. So, I mean, hey. Won't say names, but yeah, he's a jerk. Yeah, he was a jerk. But anyway, it's all good. Because I got my family. I got my life the way I want it. And he can have who he has because, she can have him. Yep. Honey, you can have him. I don't want him anymore. Quoting lyrics so good as I was to you. Even though we were never together, but that's okay. Hope she didn't hurt him. That's all I can say. But that's all I can say about that. But, like I said, I was listening to Freddie's video and that damn song was in my head. And I'm like, what the hell does that mean? I didn't even know what song it was at the time. And it basically talks about, like I said, a guy, he's telling this girl, if I'm going to save you, let go of him. Just let him go. I can't help you if you don't let him go. You're he's telling you, basically when he's ignoring you, he's telling you it's over. He don't want you. And, I'm here to help you. And, he said, and basically, it says, let go of the stone if you don't want to drown in the sea of heartache that's dragging you down. It's pulling you under, but you keep hanging on. If I'm ever going to save you, let go of the stone. That's basically the chorus. And let me tell you, I heard that song this year. I actually saw it on my Apple Music mix, basically on my station. And I mean, the tears just fell. I cried so flipping hard, y'all. I'm like, ow. I mean, because that song could be taken in multiple ways if you think about it. I mean, it could be taken from a love song standpoint where my husband said this, like, hey, forget the real world stuff. Just, stick with me, because I'm the one there. You keep getting hurt in the real world anyway, which he is true. And then, of course, you could see it from, in a sense, our town's perspective of, hey, if I'm ever going to save you from heartbreak and hurt, stick with me. I ain't going to do it. We can have our promise. You don't leave me, I ain't leaving you. And that's kind of where that came from, was the promise of a lifetime. That's kind of where that stuck. It's like, hey, I'm not going anywhere, honey, so you don't either. That's kind of the way I see that. It's like I said, that song to me could be taken from a love song standpoint of, hey, I'm in love with you, but you're after him, and just, let him go because he's not worth it. I'm the one here taking care of you, hey. But it could also, in my mind, I was seeing it from the promise standpoint of, hey, I'm not going to leave you. I'm here holding on to you. I'm not going to leave you, so please don't leave me either. Kind of like, let him go. Don't think of his place. That's how I saw it from Roland Fork's perspective. Even though it's basically a love song between two humans, but I saw it from a personification standpoint too of a promise. Like I said, lyrics to me, I could come up with some pretty neat ways of interpreting them as well. I love to be able to interpret lyrics in different ways, and I saw that song from that perspective of, hey, don't think of his town anymore, think of me. I'm the one there, not him. And I bet if Roland Fork could talk and say the same daggum thing. Yeah, I agree. And like I said, I hadn't heard that song in years. I love that song. I've always loved that song, but I never saw it from that perspective before. It was like, whoa, hello. Because technically, that happened in October when I first heard about our virtual hometown, and then in December, so yeah, it was crazy, let me tell you. Yum. That is so gingerbread. Now that I fixed it, yay me, I fixed it. All right, hang on a minute, guys. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I got to put this here for a second. And I got to go throw something away really quickly. And then we can get back to what we were doing. But yeah. Been a cray day already. A crazy day. Anyway. All right. Whew. But yeah, Let Go of the Stone. What a song. I love that song. It's a great one. It's a great one. And like I said, personification's the best. I love it. And when you can really interpret lyrics in different ways and different perspectives, it's fun. People think I'm weird, but I don't care. I don't care anymore. Like Mom said, there's nothing wrong with personification. Personification is fun. So, yeah. What are you doing, you kook head? Crazy cats. That is so good with that creamer. I'm telling you, I can't get over how good that is. Hold on.
Speech on. Pause. Button.
Okay.
Speech off.
I can't get over how good that is with just the creamer added to it, making it more, gingerbread flavored. Because, like I said, with this particular brand, they didn't even, there's not much gingerbread to it at all, you guys. It's just not much gingerbread spices at all. And I had to add the actual creamer to it to make it work. So yeah, I mean, I had to get the creamer in it. I had to change it and get the creamer in there because, ooh, bleh. But what I'm hoping to do, guys, is after I get this finished, record all the rest of Far Out, get it ready, try to upload everything after I get it done. So hopefully I can get it taken care of before all hell breaks loose, because I'm honestly hoping it's a bust. I really do. I hope it doesn't do what it's going to do. I really do, because June 20th really effed me up this year. I was hoping to never see that. I don't think you actually seen it, did you? Weren't you sleeping? I think, honestly, because I don't remember that town that was hit, but because I think I crashed out because it was late that night. I'd have to look at the date, like the day of the week, but I think, honestly, when Enderlin was hit, I think I was in bed, honestly. And for those of you guys who don't know, I'm going to tell you. So the reason I say I hope it's a bust because of Enderlin, at the time it was an EF4, and recently they upgraded it, unfortunately, to the worst of the worst. It was an EF5. So yeah. And unfortunately, I heard that they downgraded it back, but then nobody else was saying it, so I guess they didn't. So, yeah. So, yeah, that did me in. And the worst part was, y'all, I found out that it was upgraded to EF5 on a really, really shitty day. And I mean, y'all, it was bad. I had such a rough day that day, and then to find out it was an EF5 was really bad. And I literally was in my kitchen and I seen that. All I saw was the drought is over. And I start literally screaming, no, 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 no. Like really loud, like by the freaking door, y'all. Next thing I know, I'm being virtually guided into the living room, screaming my bloody brains out. I mean, and I'm like, I am literally like screaming my bloody brains out. And I'm screaming, no, God, no, God, no, 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 God, no. Because I mean, I honestly did not want to ever see another one. Not that I've ever seen one, but I did not want to see that. I did not ever want to hear about an EF5. I didn't. I mean, who would, honestly? Stupid storm chasers. Some of them are stupid enough to want one. Well, they got their freaking wish. I hate to say it, but they did. Yeah, they did. Because, you had one that goes, every EF5 starts out as a blip. I'm not going to say names. I'm not going to call them out, but yeah, that wasn't smart to say. That was before that. Another one said something about an EF5, and I'm like, well, you got your wish, peeps. There you go. Now shut up about it. We don't need another one. Shut your face. But like I said, I'm not going to say names, but that was not a pretty day. And this was 2 weeks ago on Monday, this coming Monday, I think it was, when all hell broke loose. It was not a pretty day because I came home. It was a bad day at work. all around just terrible day. I'm not going to get into details, but it was a bad day. And then finding out Enderlin was upgraded. Oh, Jesus Christ. Upgraded to an EF5, that just did me in, and I'm going, ugh. And I just had a meltdown. I literally had an anxiety meltdown when I seen that. I'm like, did you have to do it today? Come on. Did it have to be today of all days? So yeah, it was not a pretty day in the neighborhood that day. Whew. It was not good. Did you ever find out how far that is from them? No, I did not. Oof. Because that would have been their office, their National Weather Service office. Ooh, I hope it was far enough away from them that they don't know about that. Well, they'll probably know about it, but I hope it wasn't close to them. Oof, that would give me the heebies. That would give me the heebies, and I don't even know. Yeah, well, Hold on. I'm going to pause again, and I'm going to ask, and I'll be right back. Okay, according to Lexi, it's 178 miles away. I don't know if that's true, but that's what they said. Because I think it was... Yeah, I might have gotten the state messed up. I don't know. But anyway, I don't think I did, though. But yeah, it's... According to Lexi, it's 178 miles away by car from them. So it wasn't like right on them, thank goodness. But it wasn't, But I'm assuming it's the same office that does theirs. I don't know, but... Ooh, hiccups. But I was curious. I had to know. Not as close as that one was. Yeah. I don't even know what rating that one was that was right near them. That was like 50 miles away from them. I don't know what rating that one was, but whew. Thank God that other one was freaking almost 3 times that away from them. Thank God. Thank you, Lord, for that miracle. Ooh. Yum. But yeah, that night was not pretty. I mean, I'm thinking, just when I think this day can't get any freaking worse. Because that was the day, let's just say, guys, a spectacle was made of Mommy right in front of everybody. And also, she got basically told she had to talk to somebody that she didn't want to talk to. And it was just not a good day. No. And I explained why that afternoon, too. And it was just like, they were like, oh, you're not giving things up. You're just moving it aside. And I'm like, no, I was giving it up. Because I haven't done it since I started work, honey. I mean, it was not a pretty day in the neighborhood, guys. And then finding out an EF5 hit that, in June, I'm thinking, oh, that was just all she wrote for me. And I just had a freaking fit. I mean, that was not... I mean, honestly, that's the day where I wish my little friend would have said, don't look at YouTube, don't look at Facebook, don't look at nothing, don't look. Like, I honestly wish I had stayed away from YouTube and Twitter that day, because it was just... That's where I seen it, was YouTube. I seen it first on YouTube, and I'm like, no, God, no, it can't be true, no. And I actually went and looked, and I do remember Ryan was live, and I don't Like I said, I don't think, because I do not remember that town at all. I do not remember him mentioning that town. So that must have been one of the nights I went to bed early because of work. And of course it was a nocturnal one. When the sun goes down, then the snakes will play. Ugh. I can't believe you said that. I did. I changed the lyrics to the snakes crawl at night because some of those really bad nocturnal ones, yeah, I call them snakes, but you know. Even though that song is actually about a cheating spouse, I still call the nocturnal tragic tornadoes, I call them snakes. Off of YouTube, I call them a lot worse, but you know. Andy called one a snake once, so, you know. On YouTube. Yeah, exactly. So that's why I use the term snakes. Or creeps, because they creep around at night too. Sometimes slow, sometimes fast, sometimes just, yeah, creeps. I use creeps or snakes, either one works. But I think that one hit right after I went to bed, I'm guessing. Because I don't remember that name. That's why I was like, huh? What town? What? But I'm just glad it wasn't too close to my ex's parents. Thank God. Because, yeah, we don't want that. Oh my gosh, I'm still yawning. Jeez, this is my second cup of coffee this morning and I'm still freaking yawning. Ugh. Ugh. I swear I've got Let Go of the Stone in my head, and I've also got the song Eyes on You by Chase Rice stuck in my head. Anyway. That is so good. I tell you, that is so delicious with that dang. I can't wait to try my husband's birthday stuff. I am so looking forward to that. I can't wait. Yum. I wonder if she'll find a mug at the thrift store this week. I hope. That'd be cool. Even if it's just one, I don't care. I'm game. I just hope that she shows up, though. That'd be cool. I hope she's still game. I hope nothing comes up. But, yep. I'm just chilling. chatting with you guys. And like I said, once I get done here, I'm gonna work on far out, get that stuff ready. I will check YouTube before I do anything, just make sure everything's still good, and go from there. Because like I said, I don't know what time this crap's gonna go down, so. And of course, tomorrow's my parents' anniversary, so it's like, man. But yeah, tomorrow's their anniversary. "23 years of marriage tomorrow." Jesus. Yikes. Yeah. "41 years of being together, and 23 years of marriage. Holy shit. But yeah. They got married the year I graduated. That's how it's easy to remember it. They started dating when I was just 6 months old. And then when I graduated, that's when they got married. Same day. How cool is that? I was like, come on. Couldn't have been any better, honestly. Mm-hmm. But what was really cool was that he came and asked me the blessing to ask her to marry him. Because sadly he couldn't ask her dad, so he asked me. So, yeah. Travis! Sheesh. I had to do it. I couldn't resist. I had to pick on Travis. I get paid. Blah. Pew, Travis, pew. Anyway. Gotta razz a Travis. He picks on me all the time about biscuits. Biscuit head. But yeah. And if you go over to Far Out, you'll know what I'm talking about. He's always talking about biscuits. Smell those biscuits cooking. Shut up, Travis. You and your damn biscuits, I swear, dude. He's obsessed with my homemade biscuits, I tell you. That Travis, I have to make them every morning. If I don't hear the end of it from a Travis. We call him Traveler. That's his nickname. Because he loves to drive. He loves to travel. He's our traveler. Traveler Travis. Travis the Traveler. Anyway. Crazy Travis. Anyway. And he is something else. He's crazy, that Travis. That Travis, he's something else. Always talking about biscuits and this and that. I'm like, Travis, you're a kook. He's a kook. That Travis, he's a kook. I don't know about him, but we love him. We love having him here. He is just, he's a doll baby. He really is. He's so good with the kids with special needs. He's just, every time I think of an awesome bus driver, it'd be somebody like him, because he is just so good with the kids. He's funny. He's outgoing. He makes them laugh when they have bad days. He is such a cool guy. He really is. And, he stays with me and the family, it just goes up, Challenger comes, gets him, takes him up there. He just goes and does the things for the day program at Mom's, and then comes back, and he loves it. Like I said, that's why we call him the Traveler, because he loves to fly every day on the bikes. Goes up there, has a ball. Sometimes Columbia will take him up. It just depends on, because Challenger likes to take him, so does Columbia. So usually when one takes him up, the other takes him back. So it's like they take turns. They have fun. Because like every other night, Challenger comes down and spends the night with Columbia. Then the next night, she goes up and spends the night with him. So it's like, it's fun. Because one stays with me, the other one stays with Mom. So what they do is they spend the night at each other's, place. So like, when, for example, Columbia does the night shift, and then the next morning Challenger will stay with her at my place, then she'll go up, and then when he does the night and morning, he'll stay at Mom's. So that's how they kind of organize that, so they don't overdo it, because they both like to transport Traveler. So that's how they do it. And the twins, of course, they stay here because they're, Mikey and Warren. So they're new little twins they had last year. Little, yeah, not little anymore. They're big. But yeah. So yeah. Those two just are inseparable. Because those two love to take Traveler, aka Travis. Travis the Traveler. We love him. So sometimes if you hear me call him Traveler, that's his nickname. Because he is. He's a traveler. He loves to drive. He loves... I mean, honestly, if we went on an RV trip or something, Travis would be the one driving because he loves it. So we'd let him, drive because, he loves it. And of course, Joshua is like his right-hand man. He's his buddy. He loves to hang out with him, and they ride the buses together. That's why those two are that do the main parts of the themes, and the others just back them up. It's so cool. And like I said, our themes, the ladies helped. It was so good. I mean, they did such a good job on our themes. I mean, they did a bang-up job, didn't they? I mean, they did so great. Made me and Mom both cry. I'm like, ow. And honestly, for the specials, like I was saying on Far Out, I said, for the specials, we're not going to change the themes on the one in November because Roland Fork did play an important role in me getting to the 10-year mark. So I'm not changing the themes because Roland Fork deserves all the credit in the world for helping with that. Our little town deserves all the credit in the freaking world for that because, December was not pretty last year. Which is part of the reason Vlogmas didn't happen until Christmas Day because I was pretty tore up over what happened. That's all I'll say. But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed it, because I definitely did. Enjoying my latte. What's the little bit that's left. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here before the crazy shit goes down, and I will see you back here soon. I don't know when I'll be back, but probably, honestly, I'll be back tomorrow to update you on the weather. Hopefully no hell broke loose and we have a bust. I hope. Yay. That would make my day. Anyway, I will see you guys back here tomorrow with an update. Now, if I don't get things uploaded, by the time I get everything recorded, if I don't get things uploaded, I will definitely get everything tomorrow, and you'll see me tomorrow for 2. Anyway, I will love you and leave you, and remember, you're loved, you're awesome, you all matter to us, and we'll see you back here soon. God bless everyone.